What's up, guys? Killer Banshee here, bringing you some Forza Horizon, and I'm gonna start off this by showing off the main circle here. You've got Dax Garage, which is a great place to start off, where you can choose the cars that you have, upgrades. I could go into a little bit of detail about the upgrades if the loading screen doesn't want to be mean. Okay, I didn't take too long. Alright, so these are your basic upgrades. Not all cars have conversions, but what's in conversions? Engine swap, aspiration, and drivetrain. Sometimes you can switch things from front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. At least that's what I noticed in Forza 4. But in Horizon, I haven't seen a single car that lets you do that. But, you know, I'm not ruling it out. So then you got turbos and superchargers. And the thing about turbos is that their power doesn't come on until they spool up boost around 4,000 RPM, I want to say. Superchargers have power all the time. So that's the difference. Except these usually get you a little more power when it's there. These give you a little less. Especially since this only gives me one, considering this is a little 4-cylinder. Running a supercharger, you're not going to get that much power, but out of a turbo you will. So then you can swap engines. I don't really want to put a super engine in mine. I did before. It's a little too crazy. So clutch upgrades let you shift faster. Transmission upgrades let you shift faster until you get to the race. Then if it's a 5-speed, it turns into a 6-speed, and it lets you stay up there in higher RPMs. Driveline, weight reduction, differential, don't fuck with that. You just don't mess with that. Brakes let you stop quicker, obviously, but you know, if you're running no ABS, then your tires will lock out for more. So don't upgrade the brakes unless you upgrade the tires. Springs and dampers just make the ride stiffer and brings the ride down. And that'll make it roll less around the corners. Same with these. This will make it roll a lot less around the corners. That is also adds to the whole structure thing and makes it more stiff, so it stays flat. Weight reduction obviously takes weight off, makes your car go zoom quicker because there's less weight to go along. It's all about the horsepower to 1 pound ratio. Anyway, air filters in a real car help it breathe more power. Intake manifold, don't know any real specifics about intake manifolds, to be honest with you. Fuel system are pretty much the injectors, lets you inject more gas and keeps it cool, I don't know, something like that. These are the spark plugs. Sometimes you need badass spark plugs to keep up with higher RPMs and shit. Exhaust obviously lets the engine breathe better. Camshaft it changes the maximum RPMs that you can turn because it'll be able to handle that, kind of. It's difficult, but basically it lets your engine rev higher. So if you got turbos, you'll want to put in some camshafts along with that racing transmission. Makes it go zoom. Valves are the things that actually open up to let air in and out. I'm not exactly sure how that translates to power, but I guess they need to keep up. Obviously, displacement, bigger engine, more gas and more air. Pistons. I got a friend who actually blew a piston because he didn't, you know, because he put too much power in, so upgrade the pistons. Oil and cooling keeps the engine cool. There you go, more power. Flywheel. Yeah, we're gonna skip that for now. Basically, it just puts a lighter one in. Let's wait. I don't want to get into it. I'm just looking at Forza stuff. Oops. Alright, tires. Tire compound. Thing about race tires is, at least in real life, once you lose grip, you lost grip. There's no coming back from a drift. So basically what you want to do if you're like trying to drift around corners is you want sport. If you have a lot of power, if you don't, then street should be okay, because these will just stop you from drifting if you don't have enough power. But I like the sport on my A-class. The tire width just makes it wider, more rubber on the road, more grip. Rear tire width, same thing. Rims, you got a ton of rim styles to choose from. Front rim size, you can ghettoize the car like that, but I really don't want to. Alright, did I go through that? I did go through this, I went through this, and I went through that. Okay. All that's left are aero and appearance. Really, the purpose of the front splitter is just so that more air hits it and the front end just gets pushed down. That's really the only point of having a splitter on the front. Same thing with wings. Wings are the same concept, but on the back it just pushes the car down, so you can corner easier. Side skirts in this game gives you 1% less drag on most of them, and that means that there's less resistance against the air. And hoods, usually it's just lighter when you get a street hood, because it looks cool too. Although you lose your washer fluid things, so I don't know why you'd want that, but apparently I do. There you go. You can, that's the custom upgrade. Auto upgrade, the game will do things for you to kind of make it fit in there best, but I recommend you always do the custom upgrades and figure out how different things affect the car in different ways. That's the best way to go about it. Otherwise, you know, you'll never really understand how the car works. Unless you're just in here for the action racing thing and you're not in it for the Forza True Sim experience, then do what you want. Anyway, my upgrade setups let you save upgrades. Like when you were in custom upgrade, you can press start and you can save, or you can reset if you think you screwed it up. And there's custom upgrades. My upgrade setups, which let you load those. Barn finds is where you're gonna find all the cars that you found in barns. I only have 3, not big spoilers. If I had all of them, I wouldn't show you which ones I have, but these are 3 that I do have. And this is where you'll find the cars that you found in barns. And DAC restored for you. And obviously you can change your car. I'll show off what I got. I got Khroner, Beetle. These are stock, gifted obviously. It has a little gift thing there up there, a present, means it's gifted. I won that. Gift. I won that. 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 I won that online. That was a garage find, gifted. This is my B class racer right here. This is pretty much what I use for B class. I use my Evo with the Neon Cat, and I use this, or this in the A class. In the S class, I've got my Hyundai Genesis Coupe. It's actually a really fast car. It's a goal car of mine in real life. To get the 3.8, that'd be sick. That was gifted, but this is my R3, which I actually built. And I only have 40% of signs, so I have to pay for my things, but it's not too bad. 40% off. I'm gonna work on more signs today anyway. So that's it for the garage. I will see you guys next time, where I will cover another one.